Hello, traders. How is everyone doing today? Oh, I haven't done a mic check as usual. I come back to my computer and hopefully it's the correct microphone. I'll just tap this and see if it is. Yeah, seems to be the right microphone. Anyway, um, cool. Just wanted to check. The last time I did the stream, I was like live for like an hour with my webcam mic, which wasn't very good. But anyway, yes, welcome everyone. Hello to Dad. Careful because SPX just got rocked. So I'm just going to mention this briefly because, I mean, I did just comment in the chat on the reason why that was. Where's it gone? Where's it gone? Where's it gone? There we go. S&P 500. What did it do today? Took the highs, hit the golden pocket. So, yeah, I mean, it's fairly straightforward stuff, and we're probably going to come down and hit this local one as well now. So we'll see how that gets along. That would be quite a nice little area that it's coming into, finding some support here. But overall, yeah, Bitcoin, really nice move up today. So pretty good. This is a legit breakout. Like we have broken out of the downtrend. Now that doesn't mean that we're just going to go up and up and up and up from here, but we have broken out of this pretty relentless downtrend since we hit all-time highs back in November. Like this has been going on forever. The longest downtrend I think I've ever seen in Bitcoin. Like we've had stuff, even the previous bear market was range, and then drop rather than just a bit of a grind down here. So yeah, pretty nice breakout from this, but I mean by no means this is not looking for all-time highs again yet, just continuing this range, and we are at pretty significant resistance on the charts here. So that is just historically this 40,500 region, a massive area, so we will watch that. Anyway, I think let's continue going through the shout outs and all of that. Talby, Ronnie, ASD, Eric, P's here, Andy P's here, Steve, there's some repeated stuff, fine, welcome, Delirium, Giggle Matt, Steve, Van, Gringo, AM, Get Furked, and Johnny M. Cool, welcome. We'll see if we can get this up. Everyone hit that like button, and let's see if we can start to bring in some viewers into here. We've only got 43 at the moment, so yeah, let's see if that can increase. Mirax is here as well. Static Noise, Tom, also welcome. Good to see you all. So, what do I cover on the Bitcoin stuff? I can never remember anymore what I've been covering with like as public content and what I'm covering within the group. But I mean, Bitcoin coming into local golden, well, not local golden pocket, a bit more of a medium time frame golden pocket here, coming into a big area of resistance. And of course, we do have the daily and the 4-hour order blocks within this kind of area with an untapped daily up here. So we've come into that region, into an area of resistance, and a lot of the altcoins have done the same. Okay, so that is pretty, yeah, fairly significant. When we're talking about the OBs, they were, yeah, back here, but you get the idea. Liked the new FR style. What's the new FR style? I don't know. Oh, I don't know. Do you mean on like TradingView? I got slightly different color charts. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Exeter, a local SFP was too good to be true. Yeah, so locally we did have. It's been quite interesting actually because we had these like 3 hits to the upside, these 3 wicks, and then it just hung out up in my red box here and started to pull back pretty much when S&P started to pull back as well. So again, I don't really think we're looking at anything too, like, no major pullbacks really on the cards here. I think shorts have been fairly wrecked by this stage. So yeah, we can see what's going on chart overall. I mean, you're getting quite a lot of selling coming down here for not a lot of movement. So seems to still be some absorption here. Still seems to be some support. Let's just go on. Yeah, so you can see they're chasing the bids as the price is going up. There's certainly some support here, so we might see higher over the weekend. Oh, FR fixed range style, yes. yeah, just cleaning up my charts a bit. I always try and keep my charts nice and clean and easy to understand. So that for me means you can see all the data, you can see where the volume is, and it's nice and clear and obvious. So makes sense. Now I get it. What else do we have in the chat? Super Doge, what do you think about Vital Markets, first audio NFT market? They also registered as a legal company for future crypto laws. I have no idea. I've never heard of it, so I'm sorry I cannot comment on that. But I mean, it sounds interesting. Cam Inc. trend line on log scale has not been broken. What are your thoughts on that? Let's check out the log scale. The thing with log scale is you've not really got any touch points there. The good thing about linear, okay, this is 1 and 2 hits, like there's nothing else here. On linear, you are 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the 5th broke out. So yeah, not particularly looking at it on log scale. It is kind of important. I don't even think you need to be looking at log scale now, because we're no longer, like, linear is plenty good enough. Like log, you start looking at log scale when price is doing stuff like this, and you just have no sense of perspective from where prices come from. But you've got a really good sense of perspective here, so I don't really see the need for anything log scale at the moment. That will change, of course, if we start going up. It's mainly on alts and things that log scale is good. That's, again, just personal preference. Mitchell, what's the chart with the heat map? So this is this one. This is trading light. So yeah, trading light. It's good. I like it a lot. I use it often with my trading. Do you use volume candles? If so, what are the things you look for? We're getting lots of questions from new people, I guess. We've got some new people in here. Volume candles. Do you mean like the footprint? I don't quite understand what you mean by volume candles. Like, I guess you have this. Like, are you meaning like a volume profile on here? In which case, yes, because I use these kind of candles. If you're talking about the weird, funny colored candles that are on charts, no, I don't use those volume candles that have funny colors, because you don't need them. Like, yeah, you can see where inefficiencies are on the chart anyway. Tom's Diner, I'm new. Cam Inc. is newer. Nice, good to see new people in here. I genuinely don't know what to talk about tonight. Keep firing questions at me. We'll just do this as a AMA, ask me anything kind of thing. Again, if anyone does want to get involved in the live stream, we could potentially get some people on here, some of the community on, to have a little bit of a discussion if people would like to do that. Yeah, and for anyone that's new, I'm going to do it. Like, go check out tauruscrypto.com. There's more information about the community and everything. You can join our free Discord community and stuff on there. Um, so yeah, go and check that out. That would be, I would very much appreciate that. Oh, we got some people from Jason's show. Yes, good. Do you think we'll test the single print at 39,910 before going up? Okay, let's do some more technical stuff. Thanks for going back into the technicals. Okay. Um, we have single prints 39.9. Okay, so if we hit the top of the single prints at the moment, that would look to me as support because we would be taking liquidity just below where the current range is. So we do have these single prints that would be, I'm assuming, here to here. Yes. So I think if we do come down here, we take out this low, it would at least the first time be enough to get a bounce, and then we'd possibly be looking for lower afterwards. So you just see that kind of do what it usually does, a little bit of a downtrend locally. But no, not necessarily looking for that just yet. I think we'll see how this goes. It's trying to have a move up again here, so kind of interesting. But yeah, there is certainly some good support below. The big single prints really are down here. Like, this is what you've really got to be looking at, 38,250. So at some point, I think it's quite likely that we're going to come back and revisit that, probably on like Monday or Tuesday next week. But we'll see how that goes. Like, this kind of thing rarely gets left behind forever. So we are going to yeah, this doesn't really get left behind very often. So we'll probably come back and revisit this soon. Yeah. I mean, at the moment, I've not really acted on trading this, and it's the weekend, so I'm not so much looking for what levels are interesting to me anymore. The MPOC was interesting to me, and we just broke straight through that. Kind of crazy. So next level up, 42k. Maybe we do come up to 42k over the weekend. We will see. SFP on the low time frame. Yeah, I just spoke about what we got. Waiting for the American accent. I will bust that out at some point. I just I hate being put on the spot. So yeah, when Jason's on here again doing a stream or something soon, then I will. Yeah, I'll bust that out at some point. Farhan, you know me. I'm always a crypto bull. Even if I short it, I do like to be a crypto bull. So that's why I have the bull in my logo. You'll never turn me into a bear. I'll short it, but a short is a promise to buy back lower. So therefore, I'm still bullish. Libertas, that naked monthly point of control, golden pocket speed fan, daily OB just above looks like a great zone. Yeah. Okay, so the monthly naked POC. I've got mine coming in 41,700. What else do we say on that? Always with this stupid drawing tool. Oh, 41.7. Golden Pocket Speed Fan. See, my daily, I guess this isn't so much an OB. Tricky. Yeah, we got resistance within this whole area, I think, anyway. I'll revisit this. Looks like a parallel channel top around 41.8. I'm just going to keep doing TA based on you guys because what people say, because it's interesting to me to see what other people are looking at. So the parallel channel I was drawing came from this wick rather than the deviation at the lows, and I was looking at that, which we're at. So that's the channel that I had been watching more so than if we were going to move down here, then move this up to here, and then be looking at this. I mean, that's still quite nice. So that does give us it gives us resistance, doesn't it? It's hard to like, you don't know at which point we're going to hit that. That's a really quite a steep channel. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. Mirax, Luke, random one. Would you mind checking if TradingView can chart a 0 USD on Mex? Mex? Let's just have a look on here. I guess I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what A0 the ticker is for that. Is it oh? I don't know. Sorry, Mirax. I can't answer that. I can't find the chart for it, so I assume that's a no. You can't get that on here. Previous month point of control on one ticker is 42k. Okay, cool. Can we just break this red cluster with no hesitation? Yeah, if we continue to short squeeze through this, I mean, there's no reason why this can't continue through. This for me would be a major SR flip, but you're still not even changing market structure at this stage, so we can break through that red area, and we still do have resistance above us. So there is major resistance that I am looking at. Most importantly, of course, the your basically at this stage your global point of control, because no matter where you draw your fixed range from, we're always ending up around about 47k. So if we do pull this back to here, we're still looking at 47k. If we pull it back even further, now it goes up, of course, but we do have the high volume node within that region. And if you put it all the way back here, so that 47k being massive, that would be the point. If we are going to get like a proper relief rally going on here, then I think 47k would be significant, and then maybe we come and take the lows. But yeah, maybe we just do something like this and chop around for a little bit. VCAS, I'm going long with 100x leverage. Good luck. So we are at the top of this golden pocket region again now. What's going on? Still not much in the way. Like, we're seeing quite a big increase in open interest right now. Only on FTX. What's FTX doing? That's the wrong chart. I don't want to look at that. What's FTX doing? My internet being slow again. Or is it just the FTX data? This hasn't been loading for days now, FTX on XO charts. No idea why. Is anyone else like, I haven't been able to load FTX on XO charts for about 3 days. But yeah, it works fine everywhere else, so annoying. We got bullish divergence down here. Lots of people closing out of their positions. Oh, this is the P one, isn't it? Yeah. Justus, did you take any trades today? Yes, today actually not no, not today. Was it? I don't know if that was today or if whether it was earlier. Was it yesterday? Time is just completely blurring into one now. Oh, any of these? I did take the little SFP off of the high earlier, but that didn't work out. Then we got... No, that wasn't this high. What high was it? It was this one. Oh, this one. I took this trade. There we go. Found it. There. But it really didn't work out very well. So this is when we... No, what? Ah, man. There I'm looking at other days. Come on, where am I? Where am I? Where's today? This is what's happened. Everything happens so fast. So I'm looking at the charts all the time. So this was the trade... Why do I have a box there? 4th of Feb. Then we come up. Okay, this is what was happening in the morning. I was fine for that. It was here. It was that first swing failure pattern of these highs. I've been looking at all of these because we had so many wicks earlier. It was that first swing failure pattern of these highs. Yes. Then I was able to take profit 1 on that. And then I walked the dogs and then I got stopped out. So that is what happened. I remember now. It's been a long day. So much has happened today and it's crazy to think that we've done all of this within like the space of one day. It feels like it's taken ages. So that was the one trade I did take. I am long from the low, but it was this little SFP. You hit take profit. I chilled out, walked the dogs, and then yeah, stopped out on that one with a little bit of profit. Probably overall like a break even because I only hit TP1. So yeah. And then the only other thing I am is in a long from... This was just a swing long averaging in. It's not the best entry in the world, but 30... I can't even see it. 36,817. So I am in a long from this region. It's pretty awful, to be honest. It was around here when we were in this range. And yeah, still holding that one. So... Go back onto a chart that we can look at. And go onto FTX and then I'll go back onto the chat. Van, didn't EXO just do a big release? Maybe they broke the link to FTX on that. It says when you load it up that it says that it's an issue from the exchange itself. So yeah, I think they've just probably broken their API on the web version. It does. I think it's still working okay on the desktop because I did have the desktop version open yesterday. But on web, yeah, it's not. It doesn't seem to be working, and they have done a major update, but it's I think it still needs a bit of work. But it's getting there. It's getting there. I'm really excited to see the final version when XO 2.0 finally comes out. It'll be great. Daddy Turtle, Jason's crew. Good to see some more people from Jason's channel in here. Thank you for joining in. ASD, do you think bigger players still sidelined and waiting for the market to be more clear? If they start buying higher, wouldn't BTC pump hard? Yeah, and that's why you can see a short squeeze. And what we see with Bitcoin quite often is when it does start trending, it like really starts trending. So if we were going to change major market structure, and at that point just taking out this area, so if we can just take out these highs, we change market structure. At that point, to be honest, I'm probably looking for shallow retraces and higher until the point that everyone becomes bullish again, because you see this so often. Okay, you do have, like, the last time Bitcoin changed market structure here, so we're potentially like at maybe around here from this. Let's say, okay, hypothetically, we're within this region. So the recent history we have to go off of is we've seen a breakout. Okay, we've seen a breakout similar to what we had like this. So we're probably around about this stage of the market. Not yet changed major market structure, but we've had a significant breakout on the chart. Now, what happened then is it just continued to trend and trend and trend and trend with really, really shallow retraces until the point where it hit that next area of liquidity. Now, I took a massive short position at that point. It was really, really simple to do, and then was able to get back into that long there. But I think we could potentially see something similar where when we have these trends, they just do continue like pretty relentlessly until everyone gets caught off guard in the low time frames, because this was really like no volatility when we were up here. And I remember everyone was super, super bullish, and it was just creeping up with like barely any volatility and then just rug pull. So we could see a similar situation. And then again, the next time it starts an uptrend, what happens? You break out, you have a very shallow retrace, very shallow, and then finally, when everyone's bullish, you pull the rug. So if we are going to see that on Bitcoin, I think it has to be, you've got to change market structure first of all. But then I do think that it would be at this point that, yeah, you could see price just start to really climb up as the bigger players start to get in, and then they're basically just chasing it because they only need that really small spread. If you've got big money, you only need like a small spread. So if you can keep price trending, take it up to these highs or something, and just play the last few percent, in which point retail take over, they get bullish again, they push the price higher, and then they're able to finally take their profit. So yeah, I didn't answer the question. I just started talking about stuff randomly, and then I realized what the question was and tried to bring it back to the big players again. That was such a bad answer to your question. I just started talking about trading. Yeah, maybe I blagged it at the end. This is what big traders might do. I don't know. Got to actually answer the questions. Oh man. But anyway, if they start buying higher, wouldn't BTC pump hard? Yes, there's always the potential for that to happen, but we've not changed macro market structure yet. Is there anything else that's been looking interesting today? You're welcome. Thank you for thank you for asking. Ethereum as well has been, what a move. So ETH's coming up into this monthly level. Do we have a reason why it rejected here on the BTC pair? Five. Okay. Love to see it if it can just get one more move up into this monthly. Where's ETH POC? Ugh. Yeah, starting to come back into some volume around here. Nice. Luke 1222128. Introduced to you by Jay Casper. Thank you for joining. Another Luke in the house. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. Cat's gone quiet. Ask me some stuff. It's a Friday night. ADA's had a nice move up. I'm super, super impressed with Cardano. The fact that it's just holding this area like unbelievably well, and it took those lows, and this was just the best little buy I think I've. If this can continue from here, I mean that's such a nice little thing, taking out all of like these little wicks here and starting just to reaccumulate. So Cardano is great. Michael Duran, how was Mexico? I mean, that's a couple of weeks ago now. Yeah, that was a long time ago. It feels like forever ago that I was in Mexico. It was great. I really want to go back, and I really want. Yeah, I enjoyed it very much. Anti-PAP. Yes, you are our father. Can Eric, where's Luxury? I think he's probably. It's a Friday night. Luxury's probably chilling. Just me. Just me tonight. Eric's got into ADA at 20 cents. Yeah. I mean, yeah, it was the same for me. I, this whole like accumulation that we had down here throughout 2018, 2019 was pretty cool. And then yeah, sold at $3. Very nice. But yeah, very impressed with how this is holding. I haven't looked at alts so much recently. I know Atom was looking quite good. Um, all the stuff that's on my watch list, I'm just not interested in alts still. Apart from there's a few. There's Dot. I did buy some spot Dot. I did get back into ICP again. I did buy some Luna and I did buy some Soul and some One. I think that's it. So I did buy a fair amount of yeah, spot positions on some stuff. I think yeah, Solana's a loss because I bought it after this SFP. So actually I'm probably about break even on that now. um Michael Duran, welcome. How long did you take to become consistently profitable? I'd say so. I started trading in 2017. I did the whole bull market thing as a noob, which I think is the stage in which a lot of you guys watching are probably at. Just like maybe this being the first kind of crypto cycle you've got into it or got into it like 2020, 2021. So I got into it in 2017. I was not very good in 2017. Then I made some pretty good gains from it, but then lost the majority of it through 2018, just being a bit silly with my trades and yeah, not really kind of didn't really have risk management in place, and because it was a downtrend and it was a bear market, I wasn't very profitable during 2018. And then really what changed for me was after we had those lows towards the end of 2018, 2019, when there was a really quiet period in the charts. I just started learning how to trade ranges, just like reading up all the books that I could. I was trading stocks for a little bit, and I was doing forex to try and get like a better understanding of technical analysis, and just trading it consistently and finding a strategy that really worked for me. And then, yeah, say from 2019, I was profitable, and then 2020 was when it became like full time for me. So it conveniently coincided with all of like everything that happened with COVID. So I stopped doing the general work that I was doing. I used to work in music, and I stopped doing that obviously because of COVID. And then I just thought, well, what do I have to fall back on? Trading, and then realized that it very quickly that it made me a hell of a lot more than any normal job could do. So yeah, became profitable in 2019, and then consistently profitable and full time in 2020. And now we're here in 2022. It feels like forever, but it's only been a couple of years of like really kind of every single day trading, like for a living kind of thing. Why am I looking at Solana? Um, Carver, let's have a look. So we do have a couple of requests on here. So oh, this was one of the ones. This was really, really nice. I'm just going to see what else there is. There was another request in here. Uh, Phil. Someone bought Phil at 80. Wow, $80. Oh, the Nero. Oh, it's the Nero. Yes. Um, can you check IMX? I'll have a look at IMX in a minute. I haven't heard of that before. But this is Carver. So this is the Carver chart I've got, which is really nice and technical. So we did have that move up into the point of control, which I think was also the... Was that the 786? It looks like it may have been from the highs. And yeah, nothing much at the lows. But this here is just really nice, what you like to see. Okay, you just have the support here. You have these wicks that consistently drop into an area of support, but no closes below. And now we're seeing quite a significant move up from that. So this is a really nice chart. That's why that level is so significant. And yeah, I'd say if we're looking at resistance on here, you've had a sideways accumulation. So that was to be expected. We knew that there would be a couple of weeks of sideways after that big dump that we had the other week. And at this stage, we're nothing here. Are these high time frame levels still valid? So that monthly level looks good. Also, this monthly level you probably need to be aware of, because that is a low. That also coincides with this weekly low, so I'm just going to shift that across and put that here, because that looks better to me as being a major resistance. We do have our weekly, we'll just add that one on up at these highs. I have no idea why that is there. That can disappear. And then of course we can pull our fibs. Let's put a full fib onto this, and we can see roughly where we might be heading. So we have the 382 on... Oh, this is nice. So the monthly level is really good. Okay, it seems to not be struggling too much with this weekly, so that doesn't seem to be major to me. Otherwise you would have had a hit here. I mean, it's just chopping around it, so I don't think that's too significant on here. However, if you do come up into your monthly level, you do have the 382 within that region, so that's much more important of a resistance. And then we do have this 4-hour OB there. So if we are looking at local resistance on Carver, it would definitely be, I'd say, around $3.85 kind of region, that monthly level, $3.87. As long as Bitcoin doesn't dump or anything like that over the weekend, I think it's quite likely that you'll see Carver go up into this region here. And at that point, I would probably expect to pull back, see if the weekly starts to come into effect at that point. So yeah, that's my thoughts on that basically. What else? What's your take profit strategy? Do you take profit TP1 very quickly or wait for a level? I always take profit one very, very quickly. So I have a general rule, unless like I see something I'm very confident in and I am like taking a swing position, in which case like I've been in a swing short for a while now, that's been stopped out, but I'll just let those kind of things run the same way as I'm in a swing long from the lows. Again, it was down within, yeah, down here somewhere. So in a long from these levels, and I'm not taking, I hadn't taken profit like early on those or anything. It's just allowing those to run. But when I'm taking scalps, I always take profit really, really fast. So generally, what I'm looking for on a scalp is like, okay, there's my level. Price comes up into it, you get that wick through it, quick close below, you can kind of mark it in there. And what I do is like price is going down, and then as soon as you start to hold, I generally just take profit there. As soon as like price just, you get that initial kind of impulsive reaction off of it as people take profit on their positions or people take new positions. You get that kind of impulsive move out of hitting a level, and that may only be like 0.5% or something like that, but I always just bank some money here during that quiet period because it's great. You can get out of that at limit really, really easily because price just kind of chills out, and then you can't trust whether that's going to get continuation down or whether you're going to get a reversal out of that. So when I'm scalping, always like take profit within the first few minutes often, and then the rest I'll just let go to my levels. And I always figure out a plan of where I'd like to take things, like whether that's hitting liquidity or different fib levels or volume areas and things. It's different for every single trade that I take. So yeah, that's generally my strategy. So I could go, I wonder if I could find an example of what we had today. This probably won't load back far enough. It didn't happen, it was too low time frame for me to put it on this chart. But 1 minute chart. There was the trading room last night. Which was that? We had the trading room last night that hit here. This was it, wasn't it? It was the 7, yeah, yes, 37,400. So I took the short at 37,400, and then I was taking profit on that. So we did this live, and I don't know if it was that quickly, but certainly by the time we had this kind of sideways movement and we were just seeing it holding, I'd say maybe it may have been only 6 minutes into the open. I can't remember exactly, but yeah, certainly when you start to see these sideways candles, I just hit a take profit anyway, and just bank some money at a limit, and then allow the market to do what it wants. And the other take profit levels, I'll just leave to yeah, to do whatever it feels like doing, really. Good night, Delirium. Thanks for joining. Okay, K9 Crypto. I'll have a look at Mutable X then. I've heard of that, but yeah, I've never looked at the chart. Also, Merrick, so you not looking at the monthly level at $3.56? Let me just quickly go back onto Carver. I'll have a look at this because it's Merrick's. Oh, that's Keep. Keep had a good move. Keep had a good move today. Carver, where is it? Why is it not here? Ha! Mate, Mirax, pay attention. Seriously, I charted this for you. I put the monthly level on there, and I literally explained all of this when I was charting it. Pay attention. Seriously. I put the monthly here, okay? I said that would be significant. Then I went on to the weekly chart, and because it was so close to it, I was like, no, actually, I'm going to use this weekly instead because I don't want two levels so close to each other. That's more recent. I'm going to use it. So, all right, I'm going off of this chart. Listen, man. I explained that already. Um, IMX. Okay, let's have a look at IMX. Never seen this chart before in my life. Is this the most history that it's got? That is, okay. Huobi. KuCoin was out earlier? Nope. Bybit's got it. Okay, cool. I guess we're looking at Huobi. Huobi. Okay, so the issue with this kind of thing is I don't know if that was a legit kind of start price, but let's see. You've hit the 786 from there. Not particularly relevant, but that is the 786 that price came into. What you also had is lows here. It's probably too early to do some solid TA on this. Still a little bit early. You need to be thinking about just the project in general, I guess. You had a move up. It didn't take any liquidity. It, I guess, had a bit of a descending triangle kind of wedge. Nah, not really. I mean, maybe a wedge going on. You break down, fake out of that reversal. The volume on this starting to come in at this low. So if you are getting institutional money, Huobi's not the best thing to be looking at. Okay, there we go. You start to get some volume coming in here. So that basically being your need more data. You got decent volume. You have a nice rally off of this, and then I mean you've already lost. You came back up into these highs, and what you'd want to do is see this hold at that point. So if you've had a nice rally off of that, you can see resistance initially coming into this region. If you're going to get a breakout, you want to be able to see that hold here if you're going to be looking for higher prices. The problem when you go onto something like that and you just end up coming right back to where it started is it's hard to just know the probability of whether that's actually going to act as support at this stage now. Like there was a lot of work probably to get price up to that point in which it could break out, and then you're just left with a bit of a pump and dump and not looking particularly strong here. I mean, locally you've got what's happened to my fibs. Don't know what I just tried to draw then. Fibs there, yes. Golden pocket support. Okay, so we are at the 618. So you would expect there to be support within this region. You are coming back down into an area where there was a bit of an SR flip, and if you do pull your point of control, point of control as well. Okay, so yeah, I mean, it doesn't look amazing because of where it's come from. You would have wanted possibly to see this if we were going to start trending, but I'd say yeah, you've got a relatively decent chance of putting in a range above these highs and then maybe trying to tackle this later once it reaccumulates again. So actually the level in which prices come into here on IMX is really quite nice. So yeah, thank you for pointing that out. That does look like a decent little trade. You've also got the speed fan. Okay, so you can see down from these lows, that little area, this little area. So speed fan acting as almost like a trend line on here. So yeah, interesting. Catalin Benchia asking for 1 inch. I'll have a look in a second. I'll do like a couple more requests and then I will wrap things up fairly soon. Been live for almost an hour and I'm pretty sleepy today, so yeah, I won't be around for. I'm that tired I can't even think. Yeah. Okay, what was I going to look at? Oh, all right. Quick look at 1 inch. Then I'll go back into the question that was just before there. I mean, you just range highs. This is probably going to break out as well. Like everything else is. You got a 4-hour order block here. So if this breaks out, you're looking at $1.95. Realistically, maybe a swing failure pattern of these highs, but I think we're probably quite likely to see some fairly bullish price action over the weekend because of just simply because of what Bitcoin's done. So everything having this relief rally. There's your 4-hour AB. That's going to be significant. You do have daily level. Let's go to the monthly first. Let's go high time frames. So $1.95, I was saying. You've got a monthly at. I'll always remember this trade. Like we took this during a stream, and then immediately got like 300% or something ridiculous out of that by the following morning. It was amazing. Still one of my favorite trades of the year, of last year. Okay, monthly there. Top of the weekly AB there. Weekly, I want to find confluence around $2. It's this wick, isn't it? This is the little wick that's doing it. So you've got that old weekly there. I mean, eh, I'd rather take the wick, and then I'd rather look for this as that low, and then looking up towards the high of it as just an OB that's being put in. But you do have that wick. So let's just label it as that. That would be coming up just to take out these highs. That would also probably be a local golden pocket from this high. Just above there. So yeah, $1.95 is starting to look fairly good. I just kind of like that OB. You can get, if you can reclaim that, because you do have that wick down there, if price can come in reclaim maybe above here, then again, you're looking at a bit of an uptrend forming on this, but so far just, yeah, still consolidate and then down, consolidate down, which is what it's been getting recently. The fact it took out these lows down here and has been chopping around that area is decent. And then if you are looking at, you're not going to have anything down here. So, I mean, no point looking at like a point of control or anything or the volume profile, because I'd imagine that's somewhere around $2.50 if we put a fixed range. Yeah, look at that. See, I know where a fixed range, I know where a point of control is going to be before I even put a fixed range. It's just easy. You can just look at candles and you know where the volume's going to be. You just know this kind of thing. Which leads me on which leads me on to Anthony POP's question. I mean, I mention this all the time. So, Luke, what are your opinions on PVA candles? And I say this all the time. Like, I have nothing against them. I just don't use them because I don't see the point. I can see a PVA candle without it being lit up in a bright color. For me, it's just, yeah. If there's an inefficiency on the chart, I mean, you're gonna see it because that's literally what a candle can tell you. So that's just my own thoughts. I like to keep my charts clean. I don't like having colors all over the place, but I have absolutely nothing against them. I know that they're very helpful and very useful. The Nero, you still in comp, Luke? It looks so cheap now, but dropped so low from all-time highs. I'm not. I am not in comp. No, I have not got. I do not hold any compound, whatever it's called. Although it probably is very very cheap. Last time I traded, that was back here. Oh man, that was a while. It's been a while. Yes. Yeah. EC Ahmed, hi Luke, thank you for your video. For swing trades and your general TA, what would be your priorities in terms of analysis tools, i.e. levels, highly weighted fibs, then volume profile and intraday entry, etc.? I mean, I think you've labeled them all already, so I always look for horizontals more so than diagonals. So if I'm looking at specific levels, the first thing I do when I open up a chart will be to mark your high time frame levels. I take volume as a massive part of what I do. So I'm always pulling fixed ranges from like everything. Look, comps, point of control. What a surprise, because it spent so long down here previously. So I'm always pulling fixed ranges. I'm always looking at the POC, not so much the value areas. I don't find too much interest in that. I'd rather find a POC from a good local pool rather than like trading a value area off of something. I like to use my fibs, but my fibs are for confluence. I like the VWAP, which is another volume based thing. So session VWAP and anchored VWAP. And then I have like, so session VWAP and anchored VWAP are like top, and then monthly and weekly VWAP I like a tier below that. I don't tend to trade off of those as much. Yeah, I mentioned fibs, specifically golden pocket on there. I don't tend to trade the 382 very much. Again, I'd rather find another pool that gives me a 618 off of that, or a 786 sometimes. Speed fans are good as long as they're acting as a trend line. And then yeah, like everything else is going to be is volume based. So I'm looking at the order flow in general. I'm looking at CVD. I'm looking at open interest. I am also looking at the TPO. So this in terms of like local levels, always what I look for. Single prints, again, POCs, previous days POCs, all of those kind of things. And that's about it, I guess. The odd harmonic thrown in now and again. What else do I have on here? Yeah, it's volume, isn't it? Volume and fibs and high time frame levels, which are very easy to mark on the chart. Oh, and order blocks, but they often relate to a point of control at some point as well. There we go. That's all. How I would when I'm looking for swing trade and scalp trades. That's the my priority on my analysis. Eric, do you have any discount in Taurus Crew for newcomers? Uh, we don't, but we do sometimes do trials. Yeah, we do. If we do a discount, then I will let everyone know. But yeah, I guess the simple answer to that is no, we don't. We don't offer we don't offer a discount for newcomers because I don't think that's fair to the people who are already part of the crew, unless it's something special like maybe during a special occasion we had Black Friday stuff. But yeah. But Eric, I know you're not asking for yourself personally, so that's okay. we could we could there's not enough viewers. If we'd have had more people in here, like I want to start doing stuff where like if we can do things like 100 likes or something, maybe we'll do a couple of giveaways. Or if yeah, I think we need more people. I don't think there's enough people that are new to this channel watching currently for this to be worth doing. So yeah, keep your eyes out. Get all your friends and family to subscribe to the channel, start watching the videos, and then at some point, I mean, once we get better viewing figures again on here, maybe when things start to get a bit more bullish, we'll think about adding the trials and maybe some kind of offer or something. But yeah. Yannick, it's Friday and it's black out there. It is. It is. It's very dark tonight because it's like a crescent moon. Um, I'm, I need to load a chart and start talking about something on TA wise. It's not moving, is it? Literally not moving, so there's nothing else to talk about. How do you enter into a trade when you identified a SFP market question mark? And what is your confirmation? Um, yeah, usually at market. I'll enter into it because often it's a case like we had earlier on today where you've come up into an area of resistance, then you take it out on low volume and you can just get into market quite quickly, into trade at market quite quickly and trade that back down. Uh, I do have an entire video on how I trade that, so that is part of the crew membership. Is the swing failure pattern, the SFP. So we do look at that. I'm going to see if I can find. Sorry, I've gone really bright because I have something open in the background that I'm trying to find quickly. SFP. So this is our playbook strategy on how I trade it. So I do go over like how to trade that. I won't leave it on there for too long because you'll be able to screenshot it. I mean, it's fine. So this is one way in which I do it with like a really nice kind of gives you clear invalidations and clear take profit levels and stuff below. So I do have a whole video on that that's like looking at how that's traded. Actually, that's public. So that's a public video, so you'll be able to watch that. I do have a public video on how I trade the SFP. Um, yeah. George, are we headed to 80k this week? Nope. Just us. What are your fixed range volume profile settings? Looks nice. Yeah. I just basically what I did on this just to clean it up a bit. So for my fixed range, I think I keep it on 500 rows. So I used to have this on like ticks and around 200. 500 is nice for me. It gives you enough rows to do stuff without being too much on the computer. Like too much information and stuff. And then I just basically have only the volume area down giving me anything. Everything else is just blanked out. So a little bit on the just using volume area down so all of this is hollow. So I can just see what's going on behind it. That's basically it. Nothing too significant. Just keeps things clean and tidy. Baz, we had a 3 billion negative delta upon breaking down from 42k. Do you reckon 42k is a strong zone and good short entry? We also haven't retested lows, not even the golden pocket anywhere. Yes, I do think good 42k. It's a very, very significant resistance up there, and we do have massive levels there, like not least being this. Okay, so 42k, you do have that big MPOC, which could be very realistically be a target, and then we could be looking at something like this, coming in, hitting that, ranging around for a while, and then we do come back and take care of some of this. Like there are points of control below that have not yet been tested, and I do still think there's a pretty high likelihood that we can come down and hit those. I don't like it at all when Bitcoin has a move up and it takes out it leaves behind all of that. So yeah, I'm certainly not looking at like massive breakout yet. But again, I did explain this earlier. When we're on an uptrend, it's unlikely. We're either going to get a really deep retrace and possibly all the way back to the lows of the range, or we're going to be hitting like the 382 all the time and just like quick little liquidity runs to the downside and then up and then up. You just don't, until you start reaching the end of a trend, you just don't hit golden pockets. When you're range bound, I think they're really nice, but if Bitcoin really starts trending up higher, I think it's literally just going to go, oh yeah, cool, I'm just going to hang around here for a while. Yeah, cool, hang around here. Yeah, cool, hang around here, and just keep doing that kind of thing until everyone's bullish again. which is what's happened on the way down. And generally speaking, that's what you do until everyone gets bullish, and then you have the retrace eventually. So, um, yeah, if we were to get this and then come into golden pocket, it would be a really good opportunity. But it's maybe not the most likely. I do think it looks trappy. Yeah. So I do think this looks trappy here, and I do think if you are in a long position and you haven't taken profit yet, um, pay yourself, put some money in the bank, because if you are long from these lows, then yeah, you might miss out on a really big move. But I see so often people that, I mean, I've had so many times people saying, okay, all right, you got into a long position down here, great. And then what happens? You have this move up, and then they don't want to take profit because they're like, okay, well, maybe we've actually broken out and we're going to be going to new all-time highs. I have this trade which is on like really nice leverage, and if I take profit here, then I'm going to miss out on all this move. But I just think that's such a risky play. You can always get back into another trade afterwards if we have a little retrace and you can find another trade. So pay yourself here. I'd say non-financial advice, of course. This could continue higher and higher and higher, but it could, yeah, it could be a little trap. We might have one little move up at the weekend. Wouldn't surprise me at all. And then we come back all the way back down to the lows of the range, hit the MPOCs down here, possibly take out the lows, continue this range onwards, and you'll be kicking yourself, and you might be liquidated by that point. So, yeah. Braveheart, could this be a bump and run? Yes, absolutely, it could be a bump and run. Like, yeah, it absolutely could be. But at the same point, it could be a deviation. And I mean, you could come all the way back down to the range over the next month and still be holding this trend line. So, yeah, you got to be cautious here. It's okay to be happy that Bitcoin's had a move up, but you've got to be aware. Still a downtrend, okay? So you have high, lower high, lower high, lower high. Okay, tiny little deviation, lower high, lower high, lower high. This, is it significant enough to be a major change of market structure? Maybe. In which case, lower high, higher low, higher high, maybe a change of market structure there. But I'm really looking at, oh my god, I've done it again. At 1, 2, 3, they're the significant points in which you've got to break. So if we are going to start trending, you've got to break that first of all, hold, and then get continuation higher. Almost every altcoin is at high time frame weekly resistance. ETH, AVAX, Maker, yes, yeah, yeah. Everything is at resistance now. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna wrap it up there. I've been live for an hour, so I'm gonna wrap it up. Someone has just asked for ramp, so I'll bring up the chart here. Just give you some BUSD. uh, okay, I would look at ramp, but there's nothing to look at until you get back above like 15 cents. It's just dead, right? It's just kind of awful. Yeah, not really much to say on that. See some volume coming in, see a bit of a sign of strength, get it to reclaim a level or two, and maybe that starts to look nice. But right now, I mean, you could just go lower. Cool. All right. Thank you very much, everyone. Again, for anyone who is new here, and if you would like to learn more about our community, about Taurus Crypto, the crew membership, and all of that kind of thing, so you can visit tauruscrypto.com, which is at the top over there, up at the top, all the way up above the chat thing, and yeah, you can. We've got all of our YouTube videos on there, so you can look back through all the YouTube videos. You can join our free Discord community. We've got the Taurus crew on here as well. where you can have more information about that. And then, of course, we do have our partnerships down at the bottom here. So Bybit, thoroughly recommend that as an exchange, really nice exchange to trade on. And you do get a 10% off in fees if you do use our link on the chart here, plus some other bonuses and stuff. And we'll also be doing a trading competition on here very, very soon. So starting to push this out a little bit more, because there is a trading competition coming up. Won't be no announcements for that yet, but there is a trading competition coming up soon on there. So get your account ready for that. It'll be good fun. Cool. Yeah, I think that's everything. So thank you very much for watching. Smash the like, smash the subscribe, do all of those things, and I'll catch you on the next stream.